What time is it? Let's see. Oh shit. It's time for Saturday morning video games. Oh yeah.
What is up, everybody? I'm the Retro Nerd, and thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday morning for another Saturday morning video games, where I play video games based off cartoon shows. So let's get into it. This time around we are playing Spongebob Squarepants, the movie, the video game. Now you may be saying, well, you're playing the movie video game, isn't that like just a normal retro night? Well, it is and it's not, because it's still SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is a cartoon that they have on Nickelodeon, so I don't see why I'm not allowed to play it. Then again, this is my show, not yours. I can make up the rules as I fucking go. So let's get on to it. We're playing SpongeBob Squarepants, the movie video game. It's the video game that's based around the movie in some shape or form. Whatever, let's just play it. Now, I remember when this game came out, I played this a couple times around, and I actually liked it. I actually thought it was pretty decent. Kids platformer. Good for kids to play. Anywhere from ages, like, I don't know, 5 and up, 5 to 10. It depends on how long they stay in the SpongeBob. And that's also depending on if you let your kids watch SpongeBob. I know a lot of parents don't, and I do recall there was a study that someone did for every 10 minutes of SpongeBob your kids watch, more and more he develops ADD or some shit like that. It was some shit like that. I think it was like ADD or ADD, ADHD, attention deficit disorder, some shit like that. The one that kids don't pay attention to, or some shit like that. I don't know. Whichever disease it is that kids have, I think it's ADD or ADHD or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so for every 10 to 14 minutes that your kids watch of SpongeBob, I guess that starts developing in their brains or some shit like that. I don't know how it works, but that's what the report said, and I was just like, really? There's a lot of other cartoon shows, especially now since SpongeBob's been out. You got like Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and Steven Universe that sort of do the same thing as SpongeBob does, in the sense of like comedy and violence and stuff like that. I see SpongeBob as being really harmless. I mean, yeah, there's some episodes where it's like, wow, I can't believe they actually did that in a kid's show. Like, it's just like a lot of the depression stuff, like Squidward being really depressed. Apparently there's a urban legend going around that in the episode where Squidward's trying to teach everybody to play instruments so he can perform at like the football game for like the Super Bowl or some shit, one of those two. But anyways, he gets so depressed that he ends up killing himself or some shit like that. Is it that? I think it is that episode. But yeah, he goes home and like ends up like shooting himself with a shotgun and like killing himself. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? There's a fan theory going around about that, if it's true or not. But someone that worked on that episode said, yeah, that was actually true about that. I'm not really sure. I hear a lot of this stuff from like WatchMojo.com, top 10s and stuff. I know a lot of times WatchMojo is a bunch of bullshit, and I just watch the top 10s just to have something entertaining to watch while I'm waiting to go into work. Because I get to work pretty early, because that's when my ride was able to drop me off. So I was like, well, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna watch something. And sometimes they have interesting stuff, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes you just wonder, are they full of shit? Are they making this shit up? Where they get their sources? It's like, you know, if they probably put links to some of their sources about like some of the videos and stuff like that, like some of their stuff in their top 10, I think more people would, you know, pay attention to it. And maybe be like, oh, well, I read your source and it's actual credible source, or your source is full of shit. You know, one of those two. But yeah, SpongeBob's a good cartoon show for kids. You know, after a while, you know, some episodes don't let your kids watch. Some, yes. You know, the ones that maybe teach a pretty valuable lesson or something like that. But then there's some really stupid episodes that they do, and it's like, I don't think kids should be watching this stupid episode or something like that. I mean, people's had problems with SpongeBob. People's had problems with Ghostbusters. People had problem with, you know, Ninja Turtles, especially in the UK. You know, people have problems with Adventure Time. People have problems with Steven Universe, Gravity Falls. You know, it's just people just being stupid, and it's like, it's just a cartoon show. Just let it be that. You know, don't make it out to be something else. You know, and people do that, and then it blows up in their faces. It's like, yeah, it's just a cartoon show. It's like, let it go. You know. Don't let it consume your life, people. But that's how adults react to stuff, especially stuff like SpongeBob. And SpongeBob's fine. I mean, I watch it. I think it's hilarious. Yes, there's adult jokes in it, but that's mainly for the adults who are sitting there being bored out of their mind because they're watching this with their kids, and then an adult joke slips in, and he's like, wait, did this slip in an adult joke? You know? Sort of like Adventure Time and, you know, Steven Universe and Gravity Falls. They all do the same thing, but they're a little bit more straightforward. It's like, yeah, we just did an adult joke. You got a problem with it?
Everything is gonna be just fine.
But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Saturday Morning Video Games, and thank you for tuning in. But this Saturday morning cartoon block is over. You have to wait until next time, next Saturday, for your cartoon video game feel. Anyways, guys, Retro Nerd out.
The beginning. A little yellow friend awakes from his slumber and prepares for the biggest day of his life. Yet, despite his dreams, he is not honored with the manager position of the new Krusty Krab 2. So he sulks off to drown his depression in ice cream at the local Goofy Goobers. Across the street, jealous of Mr. Krab's success, the diabolical Plankton hatches Plan Z. He steals King Neptune's crown and frames Mr. Krabs for selling it to the far-off and dangerous land of Shell City. Let us now join our heroes in the midst of their self-pity.